Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. If you're new, thank you guys so much for clicking and watching this video. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 6 ways and things to remember when you're ever feeling stuck in life. So the first tip that I have for when you're feeling stuck in life is maybe it's time for a change. You can take this feeling of, lack of passion or lack of purpose or feeling bored or like lazy as a sign that things need to change. You're no longer happy where you are in life. Shifting your life could be a really great beneficial thing for you, especially when you're feeling kind of like just in a weird funk. We're just so overwhelmed with our thoughts that we're not really living our day-to-day life. We're kind of just coasting by. Right here and right now, if you're not happy where you are, there's really nothing to lose. So shifting and changing and bringing new things into your life, as well as detoxing the things that are no longer bringing you fulfillment in your life, such as people, things, or situations, it's a really, really great way to get out of that mindset of just feeling bleh. Do something new every single day. Try different things out. Get out of your comfort zone and use this as a time to start implementing change and doing things that you think will drive your happiness. And if you don't know what that is yet, try something new. There's no sense of loss when we try different things and hop around a little bit in life. There's only gain. If you don't like it or it was a mistake, you learn from it. And then if you do like it, you can change your whole entire perspective and your whole entire life. Change is a good thing, and this may be a sign that change is needed in your life. When we are feeling kind of in a rut and stuck, we don't want to just stay stuck in our thoughts because we're not really doing anything, just feeling sorry for ourselves. Think about like going through a maze. When you come to a dead end, do you just sit there and think, oh, okay, well, there's no way I'm getting out of this maze or I'm going to be able to enjoy it. I'm just going to stay right here for a while. Like, no, if you get to a dead end, you turn around and you make a different path in life. So the next tip that I have is that it's okay not to know what you want in life. A lot of the times when we feel stuck, it's because we're not as happy where we are in life, but at the same time we don't know where we want to go. It's just like a big open question mark, and you're like, well, I need to find out what I need to do first in order to live that life. I need to find out, and like you put all this pressure on yourself to figure things out. Release the expectation of knowing the outcome of your life. When you're so focused and consumed on creating an outcome or creating a goal in life, you get stuck. You're just like, okay, well, I need to know what I want to do first, so I'm not going to do anything until I figure it out. When you take action and you take inspired action, that's when new things will come into your life, opportunity and growth. Another thing that we tend to do is focus on the how and when our dreams are going to come true. Focusing on how and when isn't really beneficial to you at all. You're just sitting there, again, consumed in your thoughts, not doing anything, and nothing's gonna happen. So instead of focusing on how your dreams are gonna come into play or when they're gonna come into play, just focus on taking action. The more you do, the more the how and when just floats out of your mind. So the next tip that I have is to listen to your gut. I feel like when you're feeling certain feelings, good or bad, they're happening to you for a reason. The reason you're feeling these things is to drive out something in you that you need in the moment. Instead of resisting what your body's trying to tell you, because a lot of the times I'm guilty of this. If I feel upset or sad or unmotivated, I'll like resist it and not really dive deep into why I'm feeling like this or why my body's telling me this. I just kind of push it aside and fake a smile. But at the same time, every time you push it down, it's not coming out and releasing. And that can do horrible things to you, emotionally, physically, and it's like a ticking time bomb when you just push it down. Instead, we need to learn to accept where we are in life and accept these feelings that we have. When you resist these feelings, they're never going to go away. You're never going to work through them. When you accept these things, you're kind of creating a foundation and a starting point and accepting where you are and just being like, okay, I know what I'm working with, and then that will drive you towards action. We feel these things for a reason, and it won't go away until we get what we need from it. And resisting it and pushing it down and not listening to our gut and just acting and putting on a mask or a face that isn't truly what we're feeling at the time is just not doing any good, and it's not going to go away until we figure out why we're having these feelings and get down to the deep-rooted issues. Just remember that your inner voice is kind of like your guide. Go inward and focus on what is my body telling me. I read a quote, when you're reading a book, there's good chapters and there's bad chapters. And your life is kind of like that. There's good and bad. And then when there is a bad chapter, do you just put the book down and say, I'm not going to read it because I just don't want to deal with it right now? No, because you're never going to get to the good chapters. So that's kind of the same thing thing here. When you resist, you're just stopping the book and you're just putting it to the side and you're not going to get anywhere, and turn creating a feeling of feeling stuck. When we read through that chapter, go into that chapter and, you know, really dive deep, then we can easily get to the next chapter and create a new chapter in our life and move forward. So the next tip that I have is to free yourself. We need to learn to accept, allow, and release these feelings. Feel it out. Accept where you are and don't overthink or overanalyze your situation right now, because that, again, is not doing anything. When you're feeling stuck, we tend to kind of label ourselves as like, we're not going anywhere, we're stuck, and we just label. But we're labeling our reality into what we think it should be. That's not okay. You can't just think of what should be. It just is. It simply is. And when we learn that, you know what, this is where I am right now and I'm okay with that, and you accept that and release and let go of everything that you're thinking and just over analyzing, that's when things can start feeling better. We have these like what ifs and what should be, and it just creates this internal pressure, and there's nothing we can do right now, like, except for accept what it is and move on. There's actually something I ran across called the sunk cost fallacy, and that's basically when we concentrate on what we've already invested, whether that's time or money or effort, and it keeps you stuck. And when we do that, we're thinking about, you know, past and what ifs and what should be's. You're just ruining your moment right now based on this situation. You're just like, you know what? Breathe in, breathe out. I'm accepting, like, right here, right now, and I'm letting go of what I thought I would be and what I should and shouldn't be. Things that just, there's no point in like thinking about, because you're not really doing anything. You're just sitting there and like creating this anxiety in your mind. And when we learn to let that go, it's just like, oh, I can breathe again. So the next step that I have is to let it out. Free it from your body by speaking to other people. Everyone goes through difficult times. Everyone has difficult times, so don't feel like ashamed of when you are going through difficult times. People are around you and in your life for a reason, and there's so many different sources out there. If you don't feel that you have anyone to talk to, you can talk to a therapist. There are so many different chat groups and groups of people that have created a sort of community for dealing with issues if you want to remain anonymous. Talk to your friends, talk to your coworkers, your family, let it out. When we do talk it out, it's therapy. Like, you literally are just releasing all of this and like letting it flow out of you, because we're kind of harboring it all inside of us, and then when we let it go, it's like, and then you also get tons of great advice from different people. I've been going through some stuff and I've been talking about it openly with my friends, even just talking it out to them. I find things that I know are my faults and how I can work through them just by talking it out, that I wasn't able to focus on just thinking and worrying in my head. When I talk about it and talk out loud, and these realizations kind of come to you on how you can deal with these situations. So suck up the pride, talk to people, take advantage of human connection and being able to relate to different people, because everyone goes through difficult times and people can help you tremendously. And even just verbally talking it out will help you realize certain things about your situation or help you work through them. The last tip that I have is to focus on the difference between fact and feelings. Feelings are extremely important, but you have feelings, you are not feelings. When we do feel stuck, we kind of get into some sort of a rut or depression, and thinking that we are our feelings and that we're stuck with our feelings and this sucks and nothing's gonna change can be detrimental to our happiness. Feelings are kind of distorted views of our reality. They generally aren't facts. Those are just what you're feeling at the moment. They're all temporary, but a lot of the times they're not even true. They're our ego talking most of the time. Let them flow in and out of you. They're there for a reason, but at the same time, don't have them stay stuck. Kind of like a cloud. Watch them flow in and out of your life. When they tend to stay stuck here and you feel like you are identified by your feelings and your situation is your feelings, that's when we get stuck and feeling in a rut. When we learn to let them flow, find the difference between what is facts, what is feelings, we can learn to overcome our feelings, accept the facts, and move forward. Are your feelings controllable? Can you control your situation? The things that are uncontrollable, that you have no control over, accept them for what it is and work with them. There's nothing you can do to change it. But if you're feeling a certain way because of something that you can control and you're not doing anything to control them or change the situation, find ways that you can control them. So I hope that this helped in some way. I've been going through a lot of stuff lately that I feel like I'm kind of stuck, and doing this research and, you know, making this video has really helped me personally. So I really hope that it kind of helped anyone out there who is feeling this way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys all in a future video. Bye guys.